A response to Casey Neistat, who created a video about who he's voting for and his endorsement of Hillary Clinton as the candidate for President of the United States. And it's created a huge, almost like an uproar on YouTube. And I wanted just to give some of my thoughts and perspective. I'm not an American, I'm British. I live just outside of London. But even so, the President of America affects everybody around the world. Now, Casey nailed his colours to the mask, so to speak, and all credit to him. And I think it was actually a good video that he created. And I support his decision in doing that. Now, all credit to Casey for nailing his colours to the mask. He is voting for Hillary Clinton and he clearly supports her and endorses her her race for the White House. He does say that he doesn't necessarily agree with everything that Hillary Clinton stands for, but from the two candidates between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, he feels very strongly that Hillary Clinton is the only person who's worthy out of the two of those candidates to become the next president. Now that's absolutely fine and brilliant, because that is what democracy is. We all have a voice, we have an opinion, and we are entitled to share our opinion and voice that to other people. The video begins to crumble around the edges when Casey gets towards the end, and he starts talking about calling out other people, and that's fine. That's actually not a major problem. If you're trying to call out others to say, look, you need to do something, you need to declare who you're voting for. It's his opinion. He thinks others should do what he did. They should let everyone know who they're voting for. The problem is when he asked the audiences, now we're talking millions of people, he's asking them to then put the pressure on to become like a movement, if you will, to force and exert pressure on certain people to make a video and declare who they're voting for. But it goes even further, because it wasn't just to declare who they're voting for. He's actually asking them to put the pressure on and to get them to support Hillary Clinton. He was clearly asking people to put the pressure on others to do this with the power you have as a large audience, but to do it with only one candidate, to vote for Hillary Clinton. That's where the video crumbles and Casey falls into a classic scenario. And that's the classic scenario is where everyone's equal except some others are more equal than the rest of them. And I'm referring to George Orwell's Animal Farm, which is a social description of far left-wing socialism, which is what Russia had, where everyone was equal, but there were some that were more equal than others. What I'm trying to get to here is when you have a large audience and you're able to affect others to some degree, you should be careful how you do that, because you become part of the problem, not the solution. Casey clearly states he supports a healthy democracy, something we all do. We all do support healthy democracy, but you can't have a healthy democracy where parts of that democracy can be shut down and overruled by videos like this that then say you must only vote for one person. That's not democracy. That is a demonstration of moving on to what becomes a dictatorship, a suppression of people's way of thinking and their views and their ability to make a choice. We need to look at both candidates, and this is true for any election. Maybe there's more than two candidates, but our responsibility in democracy is to educate and inform ourselves on the candidates who are presenting themselves to gain our votes, and then once we've done that homework, to make an informed decision on who we choose to vote for. That is democracy. As I said, for you and I, and for Casey, and for everybody, we should look and make a informed decision by looking at the candidates and what they stand for and doing our homework. And if you choose Hillary Clinton, fantastic. Vote for Hillary Clinton. More power to you. And if you decide Donald Trump is your decision, your informed decision is Donald Trump for president, great, go for it. But please do not put a video out that then says that I have to vote for one candidate, and if I don't vote for that candidate, I'm an idiot. My closing words are, thank you for the video, Casey. As I say, I'm very respectful of yourself putting your view on the internet and declaring who you're voting for. It's a brave thing to do. And I think, yes, other people should do that. I think it's a good thing to do. But just be careful where you move into the realms of them beginning to tell people what they should think or who they should vote for, because it's not up to you. It's an individual choice that's made by the individual person. We can listen to people's viewpoints and arguments, and you did that in the video, which was good. I enjoyed that, and it makes you stop and think. The person viewing your video, they will make their own choice and make their own mind up.